Ufanamedio, welcome to the first ever video of Learn Ibibio with C.K.Naija. That is my YouTube name. So basically, in this series of videos, we're going to be learning the language of Ibibio, which is spoken in the Kwabam state of Nigeria. So just to introduce why I'm doing this, basically, I go home when I go to uni and stuff, and I come back home after a few months. I notice that I forget a certain few words, and I think a lot of people are in the same boat and in the same situation. So that is why I'm going to be teaching, I guess, or sort of reminding you guys of a few words and a few things. I'm going to be making a series out of this. At the moment, I'm thinking of a series of numbers, about numbers. I'm thinking of a series about relative titles. I'm thinking of a series about animals. I'm thinking of a series about greetings and different things like that. But in this video, in this first video, it's just to sort of like tell you about how things work and how things are going to be working. So the first thing to know about Ibibio is that there are tones. So in English, there are no tones. So if you say something like apple and you say apple, right? So the word apple in English, you can say that going up, you can say that going down, you can say that staying flat, you can say that coming down and going up, or going up and coming down, or whichever way you want to. But the word apple, so apple, 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 right? It all means the same thing. It all means apple. But in languages like Ibibio and also languages like Chinese Mandarin, there are certain things called tones, which are these things, and you can have them on top of words, and they sort of tell you how to say the word properly. In Ibibio, there are 5 tones. So H is the high tone. This is the down steep high. This is a low tone. This is a rising tone, and this is a falling tone. Also, in the dictionary that I'm going to be using, because there's slightly different spellings of words, so you can have different ways of spelling words. So for example, in the first example that's given in the dictionary is the word abakang, abakang, right? And that's how the main word is spelled in the dictionary. But they also give you, and this is the orthography, I think it's pronounced, spelling, and so there's a slash, and then it gives you the IPA way of spelling it, which is ABA, and there is a KAN, and the N has a sort of G thing attached to it, so that's like an N sound. So if you were to say obong, which in English you would say OBONG, 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 which means chief. That is actually the wrong way of spelling it, because the right way of spelling it would be to say obong, because there is no G in the Ibibio language. Instead we use the N with this little bit attached like the G. So it's things like that. And also there's another slash, and this is the SAMPA, and this spelling is ABAKA and a capital N. So this is the orthography. This is the IPA spelling, and this is the SAMPA spelling. So I'm going to be giving you guys the different spellings of it. When my mum grew up, she grew up learning how to spell the words actually properly, like it's spelled in Ibibio books and stuff. But this is the main way of finding the words in the dictionary, right? And then with every word in the dictionary, like for example this word, it gives you the tones high, high, and low. So different syllables in the words have the different tones, which is quite helpful really. Basically in English you have vowels A, E, I, O, and U. In Ibibio there's 6 or 7 vowels. So in English you would say A, E, This is how I learnt the vowels: a, e, o, and u. So you have a for apple, e for egg, e for indigo, and so on and so forth. But in Ibibio, there's a, e, o, and an u. So you have a, e, o, and u. Right? So there's 6 vowels in the Ibibio language: a, e, e, o, and u. And in the IPA spelling, this o, right, it's spelled like this. That's the spelling. So it's like a backwards sort of C. It's like an O, but it's not really connected. So when you see that in these spelling of the words, you know that it means that O. So you have a, e, o, and u. So those are the vowels in Ibibio. Right. So the next thing I want to say is basically how this is going to work is that we're going to have a series of videos. So like I said, the first theme is going to be on, let's say, numbers, and I'm going to divide these numbers into certain series, into certain episodes, sorry. So we'll have episode 1 on the numbers from 1 to 10, and then we have another episode, maybe, I don't know, 11 to 20, and then we divide it into, I don't know, 5 or 6 episodes, and then we'll move on to a different theme, a different big topic, and that's how that's gonna work. So I've explained that, and I've explained the tones, I've given you the intro, and I explained the vowels. So yeah, that's sort of the backstory of how this is gonna go, and I hope this becomes like a big thing that, and I hope you know, at least some people find this at least a bit helpful, because otherwise there's no point doing it. And in every video I'm going to do what's called the interesting word of the video, right? And maybe that can become like a hashtag, I don't know. But interesting word of the video. So basically, interesting word of the video is so for every video I'm going to do an interesting word. The interesting word for today is a.k.a. Ndise, right? A.k.a. A.k.a. means box, Ndise means picture. Box, picture. So you can say a.k.a. phone, which would mean a.k.a. phone, which would mean a box of clothes. A.k.a. Ndise, which means box picture. So you would sort of like, you could say a box of picture, or you can swap this around and swap that around and call it a picture box. So can you guess what a.k.a. Ndise means? A.k.a. Ndise, a picture box, means television or TV. Television or TV. So a.k.a. Ndise, that's the interesting word of this video. A.k.a. Ndise. A.k.a. Ndise. A.k.a. means box, Ndise means picture. If you said a.k.a. ofong, that would mean a box of clothes, which would mean a luggage bag. A.k.a. Ndise, a picture box, which means this in English means television or TV. So it's just what I thank you very much for listening to this video, and I hope it was a bit helpful. In the next video we'll be teaching you guys how to say the numbers from 1 to 10. That's gonna be a bit fun. Yeah, thanks for listening, and like the video, subscribe, and do all those YouTube things that you're supposed to do. Thanks. It's just all.